Hey, what's up? This video is gonna be all about Albert Einstein.
Yeah, sway. I'ma just bust out the real. I'm snapping like we take a pic. I think, yeah, I guess I'm the shit.
So this book was there in my shelf for a very long time, but I never tried reading it because audiobooks are the best and we all know it. I wasn't really a big fan of Albert Einstein, but after knowing him a little bit, he seems quite interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna highlight some of his mindsets and attributes that he had in his life, which seems really valuable to me. So without any further ado, let's crack right into it. Number 1, he always kept a notepad. Quite self-explanatory. In the middle of his piano sessions, he would simply pull out his notepad and he's gonna download his ideas from his head on it. Even though writing is better than typing, but let's be real, it's not always possible to carry a notepad wherever you go unless you have a backpack or you like wearing cargo shorts. They actually suck anyways. So what is the next best alternative? Use your smartphone? That's a no-brainer, duh. But there's a catch. What if, for some reason, you lose the phone that had all the data stored inside in it? What now? So that is why use Google Keep. You can sign in from any device whenever you want. Sweet deal. Number 2. This one's my personal favorite. He didn't sacrifice his dating/love life. Many motivational gurus and self-help speakers are trying to drill into our heads the idea that if you want to win at life, you have to sleep 4 hours a day, you gotta run away from love, etc. Only then you're gonna be happy, successful, and you're gonna live a fulfilled life. But newsflash, Albert Einstein actually slept 10 hours a day, which is really not what they mean. You guys can argue with me saying that his brain was 15% bigger than us. His mom was actually worried about his head size the first time she saw him. Throughout his life, he had 2 wives and 10 flies, which isn't really a big number. But it's completely against what the watered down mainstream BS tells us. Having said that, he actually once up his grades doing that. In his final examinations, his score was 4.91 out of 6, which was luckily rounded up to 5, and he passed. But sadly, the girl in his class that he liked scored 4 out of 6 and she failed. So it's all about finding the right balance in life and seeing what works and what doesn't, because too much of something is not a good choice. We all know it. Like, you can literally die by drinking too much of water. Quite irrelevant, but you get what I'm saying. Number 3, he was good at focusing. After he came back from work, he would simultaneously hold his kid on one side and he would continue with his work. In the middle of all the chaos that went around him, he still didn't lose his attention span. Sometimes he would be so much engrossed in his head that the kid would go on crying without him noticing that. He could literally go on studying with full concentration for 42 minutes because he didn't have a social media account buzzing 24/7 like you and I. Back in 2011, there was a psychology professor. His name was, it's gonna be on the screen, I forgot his name. He explained the importance of taking more frequent breaks to have more work done in the least possible amount of time. We humans have a short attention span of roughly 25 to 30 minutes, and then we need to take a break to keep up with our efficiency level. But if we simply sit down with full motivation, thinking that taking breaks is just a waste of time, we're actually compromising on our efficiency. Taking short breaks of 5 to 10 minutes is good enough to keep our efficiency level to almost 100%. But we have to make sure that those 5 to 10 minutes of break, they don't turn into 50 minutes of whatever. Fun fact, the first time Albert Einstein actually saw his sister, he thought his parents bought him a toy and he was like, where are the wheels? Number 4, he was damn curious. At the age of 5, his dad bought him a compass and he got obsessed with the fact that it was always pointing to the north. His father failed to give him scientific explanations, and this is how it all started. He became more and more intrigued about the fascinating beauty of science. He didn't like sports, he hated social interactions, I don't know why. His only form of escapism was, as fun as it sounds, to read books. He didn't like being taught by other people, not even by his teachers. During his summer break, he would solve difficult math problems in various methods out of sheer curiosity. I actually tried this in my grade 9 and my maths teacher called me out on that, and he was like,
you should be a bit more obedient in my class. It's good for you.
Number 5, he always believed in himself. Sounds corny, right? During his early days, his uncle would often challenge him with difficult math problems and he would playfully poke his ego by saying it was not his cup of tea. And this itself was just enough to get Albert Einstein triggered, and he would end up proving his uncle wrong. Many of his theses had been rejected left and right by different professors, but still he was persistent. He didn't lose hope. He kept on going because of the unshakable strong inner beliefs he had. The best way to actually get there is simply by gathering as much as reference experiences as we can. You can also try meditation if it works for you. And one of my personal favorite mindsets is the fake it till you make it. Most people hate the word fake because it shows that you're trying to be like someone that you're not. But here we have to understand that it's just a mindset, which over time is gonna get internalized as long as you're taking action and steps towards it. And you won't seem like a tryhard anymore. I hope you liked the video. As always, peace.
I sit no check up. I'm about to get it, flex up. Niggas on my neck up. What? I don't give a fuck cause I'm next up.